Okay then, Val, what we're going to look at today is the manoeuvres. Yeah, alright, so we've got the turn in the road, reverse to the left, reverse to the right.
Right.
And we've also got the reverse park, which is actually the phase 2, the only phase 2 that you need a full briefing.
Yeah.
So I thought what we'd do first of all was sort of kill two birds with one stone and look at the two reverses.
The left and the right.
The left and the right.
Yeah.
Right, so what you'd normally do is drive from the test centre, you know, the SE would drive from the test centre to the training area, and then he would tell you which reverse you're going to do.
Right.
9 out of 10 times you'll get the left hand reverse.
Yeah.
Alright, but you must be prepared for a right hand reverse in case he says to you, I'm going to be driving a van once I've passed my test.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So you've got to be prepared for that. So where would you do your briefing to do either of the two reverses?
You do that just before you're about to do it, wouldn't you? When
you
get
when you get
training
there.
area.
Yeah, because if you go through it all here, by the time they get there, they'll have forgotten it.
Yeah.
So we're looking at general driving, aren't we?
Yeah.
From here to the training area.
Right.
Any mistakes that you see, remember to pick up, mention it straight away.
Yeah.
Alright. Now it could be, while he's driving to the training area, he might be giving you a few little hints and tips as to maybe the errors that he might make, or she might make.
While doing the reverse, you mean?
While doing reverse.
Yeah.
For instance, all the turning road. For instance, if my steering wasn't particularly good going forward, I might have a problem with steering going backwards.
Right, yeah.
If I didn't have particularly good clutch control whilst I was driving to the area, I might not have particularly good clutch control going backwards.
Right.
So if you see something like that
Yeah.
on the drive there, it could be that might be a slight problem
Right.
on the actual manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Alright, because I'm not going to be able to drive perfectly well, and then when I get there, not be able to, have good clutch control, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Okay then. Right, for the purpose of this training session, I'll have my name as Helen. Okay. And assume that I'm familiar with the make and model of vehicle, as it's the same make that I'm used to driving. I'm getting on quite well now with me driving. And my instructor, who's has had to go to the dentist or something, said that we'll be looking at reversing round a corner to the left today, and that somebody else would step in just so I can keep the continuity going.
Yeah.
And take me for that lesson.
Right.
Okay, so right, I'm going to go into roll now, Val, so I'll leave it all up to you.
Okay. Good morning, Helen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Pleased to meet you. My name's Val.
Hi, Val.
Is it okay if I call you Helen?
Yes, yeah.
Great. So I believe your other instructor's in the dentist chair today.
Yes, I'd rather be having my driving lesson, I think.
Yes, I think so. Yes. Okay, so I've come along now to teach you, take you for your lesson today.
Yeah.
He tells me you're going to do reversing to the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Right, so what we'll do then is drive from here to the training area where we've got a suitable corner that we can reverse round. And while you're driving there, if you make any faults in your general driving, and we'll try and put them right for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, if you'd like to do your cockpit drill.
Okay. I just start a roll for a second, Val. You keep forgetting about confirming how many lessons I've had and how I'm doing with me driving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember, it's going to help you, isn't it? I said I feel fairly confident in driving. Yeah. But what if I'd have said I feel quite nervous when I'm driving? Yeah, you're going to approach it two different ways, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, so always confirm, if you can, either how I feel about me driving, what did I do on my last lesson. Now, do you think that's going to be relevant today?
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
Yeah? Because you've got, first of all, to find out if I've done any manoeuvres. Now, you can ask me here, or you can ask me when you get to the training area.
Right.
But the possibility is if you leave it till you get to the training area, you'll forget.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be so concentrated on, giving this really good left-hand reverse briefing that you're going to forget. Yeah. And just think about it. If you didn't say to me, what did you do on your last lesson? And we gets there, and you've given me this excellent briefing, and then I can't reverse backwards because I've not done a straight line reverse.
Oh, right.
And that's going to make it really difficult for you, isn't it? Because you're going to be thinking, well, why can't she reverse in a straight line?
Yeah, you just assume that you can do that.
Yeah. So for this particular one, you could say, have you done any sort of manoeuvres before? Have you done a reverse in a straight line? Right. If you'd have said to me, what did you do last week? I would have said to you, I've reversed in a straight line.
Ah, right, yeah.
Yeah. If I said to you, oh, we worked on junctions, well, the next question would be, have you done any manoeuvres before? And if the answer's no, well, then you know that you're going to have to do a straight line, a bit of a straight line reverse first.
Oh, so would that happen?
Could do, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not that the examiner's going to take 25 minutes to reverse in a straight line,
Yeah.
but you've got to cover it because you'd actually cover that with a pupil.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's very important that you establish, you know, things about the examiner, if you like, your pupil, before you set off.
Yeah.
Right, don't leave any stone unturned. All right.
Yeah.
Okay then, so I'm going back into roll now.
Okay.
So start from getting me to do my cockpit drill.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then, Helen. If you'd like to do your cockpit drill and get yourself comfortable before we move away.
Okay. So look, yeah, your door's shut. Mine's shut. Steering's about right.
Did that go all the way down to the floor there, Helen? Make sure that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's right to the floor. Yeah. Fine. That's okay. Yeah, I'm ready now, Val.
Lovely.
Have you got the keys, Val?
I have.
Oh, right. The other instructor leaves them in.
Does it? I always keep my hand on the keys until I know that we're both set up and ready to go.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I
Don't
suppose
you
that
setting up
makes
if I haven't
sense.
got my seatbelt on.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, right.
Yeah,
So there
thank
go.
you.
There's the key.
So out of here, Val, get me to turn right.
Okay, before you set off, Helen, have you moved away from this position before?
Yeah, Naomi picks me up from work,
Right,
yeah.
okay, that's great. So when you move away, I'd like to turn right onto the main road, please.
Okay. Oops.
It's a little bit jerky there,
Yeah.
isn't it?
When we get to the end of the road, get me to turn right.
And at the end of the road, I'd like you to turn right, please, Helen. Don't forget your signal.
Sorry.
A couple of times when you've just moved away there, Helen, it's been a little bit jerky. I think you're bringing your clutch up too quick as
Oh,
you're setting off. Try and bring it up a little bit more smoothly.
okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you saw him. It looked as though he
Yeah.
was going to come across. didn't it?
The roundabout, get me to turn right.
Okay, the roundabout, we'll turn right. Okay, remember when you bring that clutch up after you've changed gear, nice and smooth like so.
Better.
That's better, a lot
Yeah.
better, well done.
Oops.
You don't always have to signal to leave the mini roundabout there, Helen.
Oh,
Okay.
don't I?
No, it's
Oh.
not necessary because there isn't always the room and the time.
I couldn't
To
get the
do it.
steering wheel round to put my signal on, that's why I didn't signal.
Right. Perhaps if you use sort of bigger movements with it, not use little movements, you get it around easier.
Right, okay.
You seem to be quite confident with your driving, Helen. You enjoy driving?
I do, yeah.
Mm.
My dad's put me on his insurance now, so he's been letting me, well, he's been going with me, but he's been
Yeah,
letting
so
me
you get a
drive
bit of
little
practice. Oh, that's good. As long as you remember to keep practicing properly and don't slip into bad habits.
Oh no, I don't do anything I haven't done with my instructor.
No, that's good.
which way we're going.
If I don't say anything to you, we're following the road ahead.
Alright, sorry. Yeah. Oh, heck, I left it in third gear all the way there. Did that,
Yeah.
does that matter?
It doesn't. It does if it's a nice long straight road and you could have got into fourth gear. But I think that road there, you were downhill, there were lots of parked cars. Third gear was okay.
Be careful of that dog.
Yeah, not on the lead, is it?
Roundabout, get me to turn right, fourth exit.
At the roundabout, I'd like you to turn right and take the fourth exit, please, Helen. Have you dealt with this roundabout before?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well done. Remember to look where you're going before you set off. That's it. Again, a little bit snatchy with that clutch. Remember to bring it up smoothly.
Yeah. I forgot which exit you
Fourth.
said.
This one's 3.
Oh.
Okay. So we need the next one.
Could do it to count them as I'm coming round.
You could do, really, yes. Yeah. Particularly when there's so many.
Can we just take the next left?
And we'll take the next road on the left. Good. I'll get your signal.
Next right.
Then we'll take the next road on the right, please. Good. You've well anticipated there. You knew he didn't look as though he was going to do what he should be doing.
He's got a clear windscreen, hasn't he? I think it's the windscreen.
Did he have one at all? Well done. Remember, you have to check your mirror before you slow down, yeah?
Yeah. Can we take the second road on the left?
Okay, we're going to take the second road on the left. This one just in front of the white van is the first one. They're quite close together. So you have to slow down here before you actually put it into, before you signal, sorry.
Is that alright to change gear there? before
That
I
was
signal?
fine, yeah. Because if you'd have signalled in the right order,
Okay.
it would have been wrongly
Okay, we just
timed.
pull up on the left, just after this road.
Okay, we'd like to pull up on the left, just after this road, please, Helen.
Okay, out of row. Good. That was very, very well done. That. I mean, you kept me moving. You picked up the errors that I had, which were mainly setting off, because I was bringing my clutch up a little bit too quick. On occasions, I did have a little bit too much gas as well, so it's a little bit of both. All right, but that was very good. What you do now, before I say anything now, you just give me a little debrief, a very short debrief of the drive here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The examiner would then say to you, the road on the left in front of us is the one that I'd like you to get me to reverse into. All right. So I'm not going to say anything else because you're doing really well. So I'm just going to imagine that we've just stopped now. Just pulled me up. Told you that's the road we're going to reverse into. Give me a little bit of feedback of the drive,
Right.
and then do what you think you ought to be doing to give me this brief to get me to reverse into that road.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Okay. Back in roll.
Okay, Helen. Shortly I shall be asking you to explain to you how to reverse into this road here on the left, but I'd just like to say a few things about the drive here.
Oh,
And I think you're very confident in your drive and you obviously enjoy it, and like you say, you're getting some practice with your dad, aren't you? However, on a few occasions as you've been setting off or maybe changing gear, like I said, you were bringing that clutch up rather quickly.
Yeah,
and suddenly,
realised that,
so it makes the car jerk, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So when you do bring that clutch up, make sure you bring it up nice
Bring it
and
up smoothly.
Yeah. So we're trying to get rid of that jerk,
Yep.
so that it's comfortable for you as the driver, and also it's comfortable
Yeah.
for your passengers.
Yeah, I understand. I need
Yeah?
to work on that a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So you can practice that with your dad
Yeah.
as well. Can't
Yeah,
you?
can
Your steering was also a little bit, what we might call pitter-patter steering. You were doing tiny little hand movements.
Yeah.
When you could have been using all the steering wheel to get it round, because you had trouble at that mini roundabout there, didn't you? Yeah, so be a little bit more confident in how you get the steering
I understand
round.
about that as well, yeah.
Okay. Right, so what we'll do then is use this road to the left. We're going to reverse into it.
Okay,
Alright. So I'll just explain to you how we're going to do that.
Right.
Yeah. But before we do that, I'd like to know, have you done any reversing at all with your other instructor?
Not with my other instructor, but my dad did some straight line reversing with me last night.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, because we knew we were doing this, so
yeah.
He did a little bit of work with me.
Oh, a good dad to have, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, yeah. And how did you get on with that? Did you manage to keep it straight?
Not at first.
Not easy.
But yeah, we spent a good half hour doing it, so I got it going towards the end.
And you managed to keep your speed down all right?
Reasonably okay, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't shooting off too fast.
First I was, yeah.
Yeah, and then you managed to get the clutch control.
Yeah, I seem to get that going okay, yeah.
So now if you keep your clutch nice and smooth, we'll have good control of that as we're going around this corner.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a frog in my throat today. Right. This is us, sat here. This is a picture of our car, okay? And what we're going to do is move, excuse me, is drive past the end of the road into the position that this car is in here.
Right, yeah.
Okay. As you drive, or as you set off, I want you to make sure you check, make sure it's safe to move off just like you do normally. We're going to keep the car really slow, and as you drive past the end of the road, I'd like to look into that road.
Right, okay.
Alright. And then we're going to pull up about a great's width away from the curb and a couple of car lengths from the corner, so that you get a good view of it when you turn around to have a look at it. Now, I've asked you to look into this road. What do you think you need to look into it for?
Do you want to make sure that it's safe to reverse into it, I presume?
That's right, yeah. What would make it unsafe?
Any parked vehicles, kiddies playing.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And also look for any traffic that might be coming down. Yeah. So we're in that position. We'll turn this back around the other way now, so that you can see.
Everything was upside down.
It was, yeah. Don't worry. Okay, so we're now in this position, ready to reverse around a path like that. So that's the sort of path that we're going to be taking. All right?
Yeah.
So why do you think we'll need you to reverse, just to teach you to reverse around a corner?
Well, it's like, well, for instance, if you go the wrong way, you need to be able to turn around. You don't want to be going miles, do you? So you could do a reverse to turn round.
That's right, yeah, yeah. We also say that you should always reverse into your driveway at home and sort of not reverse out. So this is a useful manoeuvre to help you do that later on.
Yeah, our drive at home, you drive in it and then you can drive around. It's like a U-shape, so we're okay there.
Oh right, you drive in and drive out, that's great.
So
not everybody's that fortunate to have such a large drive, are they? But it does help you with that. We're also going to think about, if you do need to use this to help you turn around anywhere, where you might choose. You know, the location of the corner.
Well, quiet.
Yeah.
Quieter the better.
Quiet. Yeah, that's right. If it's really busy, you're going to have to find an alternative method of turning round.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps find a side road and then find a corner down the side road where it's a bit quieter.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Right. Let's think about how we're actually going to get around this corner. You say you've already done a straight line, haven't you? Well, reversing around the corner involves reversing in a straight line. Because initially, I want you to reverse.
Right, I'm just going to break out a roll for a second, Val.
Yeah.
Up to now, it's great. Nothing wrong with your briefing at all. Okay. The only thing I think, anyway, is when you're giving me this brief, now I'm looking at this picture. Yeah. But if I turn, I mean, as it is, if I turn around, we actually have got a corner behind us. But if that was a straight road, I wouldn't be able to picture what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you say to me, and we're going to reverse around this corner, and the way you're going to do it is, if you look out of your back window, all I'll see is a straight
bit.
A straight bit. Would it not make a little bit more sense to do this bit that you've just done, where we are, there?
Yeah.
Get me to look into the road, then get me to pull up there.
Oh, right,
You can get me to switch the engine off, can't you? Because the engine's still running. And then you can give me the brief to turn that corner. And if I look over my left shoulder and look back, I actually see what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that would make a little bit more sense, wouldn't it? Rather than giving it here.
Yeah.
And, alright, you, when you're actually teaching your learners, you'll know which corner it is, and you'll know whether it's a sharp corner, a curved corner, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're going to give me this brief, and as we pass it, that brief might not be quite relevant to that particular corner.
Right. Yeah, so we need to look at the corner.
Yeah. So it might be that, I mean, that's sort of a curved corner in front of us.
Yeah, it is like
this here is like a sharpish one.
Yeah.
So you could give me a brief for a sharp corner and we'll get there and it's a curved corner.
Right.
You do reverse slightly different, don't you?
Yes, you do, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's worth doing that.
Right, okay, so explain about looking down the road and driving past it.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Then pull in and do the remainder.
Oh,
right, yeah. That sounds logical, is it? Yeah.
Alright then.
Okay.
Back in roll.
Alright, so just explain to you, Helen, how we're going to drive past and the position we're going to take up and about looking down the road. So we'll do that first, pull up in position, and then we'll talk about how we're going to get you around the corner.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
So when you're ready, move on. Good, so we'll take it nice and slow so that we have a chance to have a look up the road here. Alright. So have a look and see if it's safe to reverse. Don't steer into the curb, look where you're going.
Sorry.
Oh, come. Okay, then we'll pull up in a safe position. That's it. Okay, so we're not blocking his driveway off, are we?
Okay.
And I'm glad to see that you haven't parked.
No,
you're not
said
really
a little
close
bit
to the
about
curb.
a great width, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, as you come past the end of the road, try not to look up it for too long because otherwise you tend to steer in towards the curb because you end up steering where you're looking, don't you?
Yeah.
So a quick glance
Okay,
up that
just
road.
quick glance. Alright, yeah.
Alright, just enough to tell you if it's safe.
Right.
Was it safe to reverse into there?
I think so. There is a car, but it's quite a way back up the street.
Isn't it? Yeah,
so I think I should be able to get my car in.
I think we should be okay with that one. Right, okay. So now let's talk about how we're going to get you round that
Do you want
corner.
me to switch this engine off?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, we'll save some petrol. Okay.
Okay.
Right, so we'll talk about how we're going to get you round this corner. As I said before, you've already done the straight line, haven't
reverse.
you?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do to start with is just a straight line reverse.
Right. Okay.
Up to the point where the curb starts to curve around and into the new road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to reverse to there. Oops, hang on. Do it the right way. You can already do that bit, can't you?
Yeah, I did that last week. Yeah.
Right. And I want you to be able to recognise that by looking to see if you can see the curb coming up there. This curb will come up the road there, and you'll see it in the side window. The back, not the back window, the rear side window. You'll see the curb come down.
Yeah.
It looks as though it make a straight line with the top of the back seat.
Yeah.
And that's the point where it starts to curve round and where you're going to have to start to steer.
Yeah.
Right. We're then going to follow the curb round until the car becomes straight.
Yeah.
Right, so bring the curve, follow the curve round,
Mm-hmm.
and then you reverse back in a straight line.
Oh,
For
so
a
it's
little
like
while.
done in 3 parts, 2 straight and a curve.
Yeah, and you can already do 2 parts of it,
Yeah.
can't you? So we've only got to add the little bit in the middle,
Right.
the curve bit there, okay? But we can't just go straight round, can we? We've got to do it safely, all right? So if we say we've got to do it safely, what do you understand by that?
Observations.
Yeah, you need to have good observations, don't you? So when do you think would be the first occasion that you would take good observations?
Before you set off.
Before you set off. You know that because you've been reversing in a straight line. Okay, and as you reverse back, where would you look, do you think?
Well, last night we were looking out the back window.
That's right, looking at the back window. And how did you manage to keep it straight? Where were you looking?
My dad said I had to check with this, but he said I could put my hand at 12 o'clock, my right hand at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And my left hand was just sort of holding it there.
Yeah, you can hold it there, that's
But
right.
he didn't know if that was right or not.
That's
so.
okay, you can put it there, or you can put it on your knee.
Right.
Yeah, just
So
so
as
you're
long as
ready
it's at
then to
12
use
o'clock.
2 hands for when you start to steer. I don't want to see your arm going around the back of the seat. Now you see a lot of drivers do that because you're not ready then to start steering. Yeah, that's right. And where would you look to keep it straight?
Where would I look? Well, I looked out the back window.
Out the back window. Did you look well up the road, or were you looking really close?
I was looking well up the road.
Yeah, that's right. So you're keeping it straight by doing that. Great. We get to the point where you've got to start to steer. Again, do you think it would be a good idea before you start at steering to have a look around and make sure it was safe?
Yeah.
To steer, yeah. Why is it important to check around before you steer?
Well, if the back of the car's going around the corner, the front of the car's going to come out into the middle of the road.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. And if there's any cars coming, any traffic coming, as it shows you here,
I'd have to stop.
Front end comes round, yeah. So it's as well to look first, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to check first. Then as you go round the corner and you get a little bit more round, sort of where the give-way lines are, another quick glance up the road to see if there's anything coming again from this direction. Make sure there's nothing coming up that way. Okay. Keep looking behind you as well as when you're coming round. We'll go around. I want you to recognise when the car is straight. How can you recognise when the car is straight, do you think?
I have no idea.
No?
No idea at all.
Okay.
Other than it being straight, I couldn't tell you.
Keep looking behind you, look to the front,
Oh, right.
and you'll get an idea of when it is straight.
Right.
And then we've got to start and straighten the steering up. You'll probably have put the steering on gradually until you end up with full lock on a sharp corner such as this, but we do get curved corners as well where you would put the steering on gradually.
Okay.
But you must take the steering off quickly when it comes to straightening up.
Right.
Once you're straight, again, good observations, look where you're going, back in a straight line.
Far enough away from the road.
That's right. So we're trying to keep the same distance from the curb all the way around.
Right.
Yeah?
Yep.
So we've talked about the observations that you need. We also need to make sure that you keep the car slow.
Yeah, I used clutch control yesterday.
That's
it was
right.
just on a flat road that we were doing it.
Yeah? Is this road flat? When we go in reverse, do you think we'll be
Reasonably flat, yeah.
slightly uphill, isn't it? Rather than just flat. So you are going to need clutch control. Yeah? I want you to have a look around and look through the back window and see if you can tell me if this is a sharp corner or is it a curved corner.
So it looks curved-ish.
It is, yeah. It's like a sweeping curve, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you won't need to put full lock on this one, just
Right.
want to follow the curb round to get it round. Okay?
Yep.
So shall we have a go?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Alright.
Can I take my seatbelt off? Because my dad allowed me to take my seatbelt off yesterday.
You can when you're reversing, yes,
Yeah.
but you must remember to put it back on again before you
Okay.
set off in first gear,
Right, okay.
in the forward gear.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So we're going to go back in a straight line until you see the curb in the side window. Good. Careful.
Oops.
Oh, just be careful with the clutch. Remember, don't bring it up too far. You just need good clutch control. That's lovely. Keep it slow. Get the clutch to slow it down a little bit. That's it. Okay, now you're at the right place to start to steer. If you look around you and then follow the curb round. That's a little bit wide there, Helen. Oh, that's okay. That's coming a little bit closer. Are we straight there? Not quite. So if you just bring it in a little bit closer to the curb. Now straighten it up by steering it away a little bit. That's it. Got the wheels straight now.
I'm not sure.
Right, just turn it towards
Okay,
me.
I'm just coming out of the road for a second, Val.
Right.
Okay, I'm just going to pull it forward and just go through your faults.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just going to pull it back in the same position. Okay. Now your briefing wasn't too bad, just coming out of the road. Your briefing wasn't too bad. You weren't really clear as to where you wanted me to look. Yeah. And follow the curve round. You just get as your presenter. When you were doing your part 2 training and you were practicing doing your reversing, you would have been looking out of the back window and you'd have been following the curve in the back window, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Right, so the curve would have been in the middle of your back window.
Yeah.
as you got closer to the point where you need to start turning, the curb would move across.
Yeah.
Then it would disappear out of the back window in your car or in this car, and then you would pick it back up in the side.
Yeah.
So what you've just said is look for it in the side.
Right.
You've not guided me. I've had nothing to follow.
Right, I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah. For all you know, I could have been looking well back, as I did yesterday, which would mean well back up here. Yeah. Follow the curb round. What part of the curb am I supposed to be following?
Yeah, this bit here.
You know that's that bit.
Yeah.
I know it's that bit as a tutor. But if you get somebody who's learning to drive for the first time, never reverse round a corner, and you're not saying to them follow this curbstone or these curbstones all the way around, they could actually be looking at the curb. Look how big the curb is.
Yeah.
So they could be picking up any of that, couldn't they?
Right.
They could even pick up the bit nearest the grass.
Right. So they need the edge nearest the road.
Be quite explicit
Right,
as to which part of the curb you want them to follow around.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Now the biggest mistake you made. What did I do while I was? Did I pull faces at you? Did I wave at you? Did I take my hands off the steering wheel?
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
I wasn't watching you. I was
You
making
were.
sure you were going around the
Yeah.
corner.
You make sure you turn round that way as well. If you turn round now, you've got to keep your seatbelt on, right? Because I am a qualified driver.
Right.
Bear that in mind.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were a learner, could I
You
take
could
my
do.
seatbelt off?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Right. So turn yourself round.
So to look at you.
To look at me. So the only thing that you can't see is what's directly behind your head, if you like.
Around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can still see. You can still look in your wing mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see everything in front of me. You can see me. You can see everything behind me, and you can see back.
Oh,
And if you really turn around, you can even see what's down that side there.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
All right. Now what I was actually doing was when you turned round that way, I turned round that way. I took my hands off the wheel. My hand was over there. Yeah.
All right.
Why on earth do you think I went so wide? Yeah. So you never take your eyes off me, basically. And from there you can be scanning all the way around. Yeah. Now shall we have another talk through? All right.
Okay.
This time, you'll visualise what you would be seeing if you were sitting here.
Right.
Yeah. So the question and answer. Where's the Where's the edge of the footpath now, Pat? It's in the middle of the back window. Where is it now? It's coming across. Where is it now? I've lost it. You're seeing this in your mind.
Right. I see. Yeah.
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 All right. And in the meantime, you can see what I'm doing with my hands. You can see what I'm doing with my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can also see whether I'm doing any observations, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, your
does make more
talk
sense to
through
watch you,
was
doesn't it?
you know, a good attempt to say that you weren't seeing what I was doing. Obviously not good enough. All
No,
right.
you'd have got it round all right, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Otherwise.
All right. Let's have another go at it.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Back into roll.
Okay then, Helen. So we're actually going to reverse and get round this corner
Okay.
now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you as much help as you need. In fact,
All
I'll
right.
probably give you a full talk through just so
Okay.
that you can do everything
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to start by reversing back in a straight line.
Yeah.
I want you to take note of where the curb is, and you'll see it move across.
What? The
Can
edge
you
of the
see-
curb.
Yeah, the edge that's nearest the tarmac, nearest the road.
Right. It's on just on the end of the windscreen wiper at the moment.
That's right. Yeah. So as you go further back and get closer to the corner
Yeah.
where it turns round, you'll find that that curb will move across
So go across
the
the
bottom of
windscreen
the back
wiper.
window. That's right.
Yeah.
It'll come towards the corner behind me. You'll lose it for a little while,
Yeah. Right.
and then you'll find it will reappear again in this side window.
All right.
When it does, that's the time that you've got to steer to follow it to keep
So
it
I'm still
in
following that little
corner.
edge of the corner.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going
Okay.
to follow it round.
Yeah.
You'll then lose it out of the back window, this side window
Side one.
here,
Yeah.
and it'll start to come back across
All right.
the back window.
Ah.
As it does that and it gets close to where it is now, because we're parked straight,
Yeah.
aren't we?
So now I'm straight.
Yeah, that's when you'll straighten the steering up.
All right. I'm with
All
you
right.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. That's a lot clearer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot clearer.
Right.
So.
So shall we have a go at that
Yeah.
then? Alright, so if you...
Oh.
That's it.
To reverse.
Sometimes it's a lot stiffer than the other gears.
Yeah.
but- Yeah.
Again. Nail it.
Okay, right. Make sure you've all good observations before we set off.
Yep.
Okay. Look where you're going when you're going backwards there, Helen. That's it. So can you see the curb? Is it moving across?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can
Keep
see
your
it's
car
coming.
nice and slow.
It's coming across the windscreen wiper.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you lost it yet?
No, I can still see it.
A bit slow. Good, you've looked up the road. Just hold it there a minute, Helen. Can you just check to your right hand side? You see that boy's come out on his bike?
I didn't see him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to make sure you keep your eye on him and let's see where he goes before you continue.
Right, because he could come straight across back.
He could have done, yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit worried he was going to do because he shot straight out of the garden when he stopped.
I'm sorry, I didn't see
No,
him
that's
at all.
alright. You weren't to know that. You were busy answering my questions,
Right.
weren't you?
No, it's still in my back window.
Okay.
I've just about lost it now.
Okay, right. Look for it coming in this side window. Slow it down a little bit. When you do, I want you just pause and hold the car
Yeah,
on the
I can
clutch.
see it now, yeah.
Hold it still. Quick look to the front. That's it. Now look at that curb and
Yeah.
follow it round.
The steer towards you?
That's right. Not too much. Got to keep that curb in the same place now.
Alright.
All the time. Yeah?
Just in that
Don't want it to
corner.
move.
Yeah.
Right. You just pause a little while, hold it still and look up the road. Good.
I can see the straight piece, can't see the bend.
That's alright. The bend will disappear now because we're going
It's
round
gone.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for that straight bit now and it should start to come across the back window. Okay, you don't need to steer anymore now.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah?
see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick check to your right and to the left to make sure there's still nothing coming.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, I can see it's coming right across.
Right. Wait till it gets almost to where it was before. Remember when you were going straight?
About now.
Okay. Then you can straighten the steering up. Lovely. Don't go too far. Keep it. That's enough. Hold the steering there. Is it going in a straight line?
No,
Okay. Which way is it going?
it's going that way.
All right. So you got to steer away from the curve, haven't you? Just a little bit, just to adjust it slightly. You don't need to be steering too much.
All right, it's on
That's
bottom and windscreen wiper now.
That's it. So you're going in the straight line now, and you've got your wheels straight, so that should keep it straight. Not too
Oops.
fast. Dip that clutch a little bit there, Helen. Keep it slow. Okay, we'll stop there.
Oh.
Before you move, handbrake
Oh,
on
sorry.
and into neutral.
Yeah.
Then you can take your feet off the pedals. Sorry, I got my foot over that. Sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that made a lot more sense.
That was good. You did really well with that.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Should I? Do you want me to have another go at it?
Yeah. Shall we have another go? So we'll go to the end of the road. We're going to wait before you set
Sorry.
off. Let me just finish telling you what I want you to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll turn left and pull up in the same position, ready
Yeah.
to start again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when you set off from here, you put your seatbelt back on again. That's good. Although we're turning left, I don't want you to signal left as we set off.
Yeah, because
Do you see
people
what I
might.
mean? Because
because
we're
I
actually
need
pulling away from the side
Yeah.
of the road first.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And then do you want me to just stop and then do the reverse again?
We'll just pull up in starting position.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to signal now.
Remember, it's a junction. Yeah. So many people shoot out without checking.
That lad on his bike
Yeah.
again.
Okay, that's
I
where
feel
we
quite
started.
confident with this now. It's,
Yeah, you did really well there. For a first attempt, that was excellent. Absolutely
Right,
brilliant.
so do you want me to have another go then?
Yeah, shall we have another go?
Yeah.
This time I'll not help you quite as much.
Okay.
Now you're feeling more confident.
Do you mind if I talk myself through it, and then if I'm doing it wrong, you can correct me?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That helps me as well because I know what you're
Right,
thinking.
So
don't
I've done my observations.
Good.
And look back.
Yeah.
The curb coming across the windscreen wiper.
That's right. Yeah. Keep your speed right down, and then you've got time to think about it.
Still on my windscreen
Good.
wiper.
Yeah.
And I've just lost it now.
Right. Okay.
So have a look.
That's good control. That there,
Yeah,
Helen.
yeah.
Excellent.
So
Remember this.
it's in
That's it. Yeah.
there.
Lovely. Good. Is it still in the same place?
And I've just seen somebody cross the road there, but they've gone into a
Right.
drive.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Just watch for them coming out again.
So, I'll just let it go now.
That's right. Yeah. Once you start to lose the curve.
Yeah, I can see him, but he's gone other way.
Right. Okay. But at least you're happy now. He's not going to
Yeah.
bother you.
It's coming back across now.
Good. Remember to keep
it's on
checking
end
see
of
if
the
there's anything
windscreen
coming
wiper.
this way. That's it. That's brilliant. Excellent.
I was a bit frightened of doing this reverse, but it's not as bad as what I thought.
No. Excellent.
Will that do there?
Okay, yeah, we'll stop there.
Okay.
Mainly so that we don't block that driveway
Okay.
as
Right.
well.
Just out of roll, Val. I'm just going to pull it forward slightly.
Right.
Alright. Okay, what's your opinion on that?
I didn't think it was too bad, but...
I thought it was absolutely brilliant.
All right.
My reversing was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, your reversing
No.
was wonderful.
It was much better after, you know, we'd done the first one. The
Yeah.
second one was much better. You didn't allow me to make any mistakes, really. I did look at my steering wheel once or twice that you missed. But you could see the importance there of actually having something to focus on. You know, there's no need to put little marks on your windscreen, you know, on your back window,
Yeah.
because if they look well back, they can see that it's in the middle, near enough in the middle of that
Yeah.
window,
Yeah.
and they can physically see it coming round.
Once you said to think of what you'd do, that helps.
Yeah, because
Great.
yeah, although as an experienced driver you do things automatically, but when you start looking at what you look at when you're doing a manoeuvre,
Yeah.
it becomes much easier. And with you sitting round like that, would I have seen that push bike?
No, and I wouldn't have seen it
And
if
you
I'd have
wouldn't
been
have
looking
seen
that
it, would
way.
you?
No.
Yeah. So the potential danger there was tremendous, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see now the importance for an instructor that you've not got to take your eyes off me, regardless of what exercise it is we're doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's go out now and practice a couple of sharp reverses.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you talked
yeah.
through slightly different with it being a full lock and full lock off.
Yeah.
But if you keep that going, that's great.
Oh, good.
Well done.
Thank you.